Manhood Rising Kings and Queens, Trap Witch here in Atlanta, Georgia, coming to bring you a full moon in Aquarius reading for July 27th, 2018. It's going to be a blood moon. It's going to be a total fucking lunar eclipse. It's going to be a blood moon. It's going to be in my sign of Aquarius during Leo season, which is my rising sign. If anybody has gone through it in the past couple days, weeks, it has been I. I am feeling the shifts. I feel like I am dying so that I can be reborn, being that I'm going to wear my Grateful Dead shirt because I am always very grateful for all the shifts, for all the transformations that come through in times like this. Last year, 2017, when we were having these major shifts, it was excruciating, it was painful, but I was so happy for it afterwards. So if you are going through it right now, I rest assure you, if you just take your time and you allow the energy to work for you, you will emerge like the butterfly out of the cocoon. When they went into that bitch dying as a caterpillar, thought they were dying, going through metamorphosis, and then coming out as a gigantic lifted being full of newfound light energy. So go through the metamorphosis, allow it to transform you, allow it to shift you, and I promise if you take heed to a lot of guidance put out there by many astrologers and such, and readers like myself, listen to and as well listen to your intuition, you can breeze right through this. So let's keep in mind too that Mercury motherfucking retrograde is also starting on Friday. We've been in the shadow of it, so if communication has been all fucked up, because I know on my end a lot of shit has been happening, with my affairs. I'm like, God damn, this is Mercury hitting early. Just take it for what it is. Don't put, so much stock in it that you become fanatical. Because I think with a lot of people, and this is what my elder always tells me, he's like, don't become so fucking fanatical that you drive yourself crazy. Okay? Just take it a stride at a time and you will be okay. So I'm not going to get into too much talking about, all the astrology and shit, because I'm not a fucking astrologer. I'm learning as I go. But I will welcome those who don't know me. My name is the Trap Witch. I am a spiritual healer / intuitive reader. I am heavily prominent on Instagram in the Bruja community. You can follow me on Instagram, the Trap Witch, TheTrapWitch. I do these videos usually every full moon and new moon, just because they are long, more in-depth readings on how to break down maybe what you might feel like you're going through and how to take heed to move forward. Like I tell my followers that are familiar, to me, and I'm so glad because I'm out here with my Cafe Bucello in the Rising and with my cigar and stuff. Those who have been following me for a long time, they say they missed the porch and the Bucello, so I had to break it back out for this fucking eclipse for y'all. And so what I like to do, I am an initiate into the practice of Lukumi Santeria, and the way that we like to divine messages is that we always look for the problems. Because in Santeria, we believe in Ides and we believe in Okshobos. We believe in blessings and misfortunes. And a lot of time when people learn to find the blessings and the misfortunes, they are so much more appreciative of the work that they've had to do to come into their blessings, that people become more inclined to be like, okay, when misfortune hits, how can I turn this into a win? How can I turn this into a home run for me? How can I turn this into a blessing? Because a lot of times when we just feel like we're oh so blessed, we get real arrogant, we get real cocky, and we fuck up our blessings before we even have a grasp of what they are. So in my readings, it might hit you hard, it might hit you in the chest, but you're gonna fucking need it, because it is better that we know about the misfortunes, the problems, because I'm very solution oriented. If you know what the problem is, the quicker you can come to a solution. So what we're going to do, we're going to tap into spirit. I'm going to be using the New Orleans Voodoo deck, which is my favorite deck that I've been reading with for some time. We're going to pull 5 cards from this deck, and we're going to complement it with, I'm going to choose a different deck today for the complementary card. It's the Doreen Virtue, I think, Goddess deck to complement the energy to see what we're supposed to wrap it up with. And based on what comes through in the reading, I will throw in just a little meditation for you guys to help you work through the energy and so that you feel like you could clear some stuff out and you could keep it motherfucking pushing, okay? Let me take a sip of this. All right. It is hotter than a bitch out here. I'm already percolating from the armpits. Whew, Lord Jesus. All right. So if you want, I suggest, if you want to take notes, get yourself a notebook so you can write some shit down and so you can go back and reflect. And so in the next coming days, maybe over the period of retrograde, honestly, because I feel this energy, we're going to feel this shift for the next weeks. Things are going to go boom. They might not for all people. It might be slow trickle. But at least you can reflect on what has been said and maybe connect the dots with what you've been feeling. A lot of times people don't realize when it comes to working intuitively, building that relationship with yourself is so important. What you have to start doing is learn how to connect the dots. You have to become a master motherfucker investigator. You have to become the detective of your life and be like, okay, dot, 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 and then connect the shit and see what the bigger picture is. Is it connecting puzzle pieces, domino effects, cause and effect? So therefore, anything you hear in this reading, all these flies here in Georgia, anything you hear in this reading, you can be like, oh, that makes so much more sense now to me with what's going on in my life. So it's like comprehension, it's word solving problems, math problems, whatever you want to fucking relate it to, like when you were in school. That's the way that I like to teach, is like breaking it down very elementary, breaking it down very into primary form, you know, layman's terms. I don't connect with you know, mystics that are very just like, oh, Harry Potter shit. Like, no, it's not me. So let's go ahead. Let's get into a good space. Let's take a few breaths. And, you know, let's be reminded that when we breathe, right? Remember, anxiety sits in the chest. So when you are taking a breath, inhale in through the nose and try and fill up the belly and exhale out. Breathe through the belly sometimes, because that anxiety, that's what sits in your chest, and that's why your chest, you be like, you know? Okay, so let's take 3 deep breaths, all right? All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Spirit, we call you in on behalf of the collective. We ask for the highest good of all those involved with harm to none. We ask Legua, Eshu, Legba to open the roads to precise messages at this time, especially in illuminating the energy for July 27, 2018. Full lunar eclipse, blood moon, full moon in Aquarius. We are asking for insight to move past any spiritual, emotional, mental, or physical blockages that may be hindering us from the next level of our ascension, that might be hindering our transformation, our shifts that we need to level up in our lives in order to break cycles, in order to come into new beginnings, in order to honor transformations that will allow us to fulfill purpose here on this existence, on this physical plane. We call in the ancestors, we call in the deities, orishas, ascended masters, any benevolent force or energy only that wishes to assist at this time. We ask, what is it that we need to focus our energy on with good intention, proper attention, to be of clear focus moving forward, to first be servitudes to ourselves and secondly to others. What would you like to bring forth in this energy now for July 27, 2018 with all of these major astrological shifts that are going on? All right. A card already fell out. What card? Aha. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, all right, all right. First card, and for those of you who don't know me, I read very intuitively. Most of the time, I'm not gonna relate to the traditional tarot because it's not how I read. So first card, Rattle a Place. Shows this man at the crossroads, correct? He's got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and he's got a machete down at that crossroad, and there's a lot of shit spinning out of control. A lot of us feel right now like we are taking 1 foot forward, but we also got a foot back, right? We're unsure of our stance. We don't know if we're coming or we're going. We don't know if we dying or we live. And I'm telling you, with these shifts, you're like, energy up at one point, energy down, you know? And you're just like, what the fuck is going on? The fly, you see the fly? He's just like, I'm gonna let him chill. You gonna help us? Or you gonna go? Go on, dude. He keeps coming back. Shoe fly, shoe. Okay, so let's, for me, he must got a message. Right? A lot of us are feeling pestered, I feel like. I feel like we're just like, what is going on with life? Like, I have these plans, but I just don't know how to move forward. I don't know if I'm setting myself back. I just don't know. Everything just feels like it's a whirlwind. Maybe things are up in the air, and that's the thing. With this shift, a lot of things are up in the air. Many of you, if you have put things into place, if you've planted seeds, it's almost like you're wondering if any of your seeds are going to come to fruition right now. But you got to really look at the fine details, because with this, it's like, if you don't know how soon you're going forward and you don't know actually if you're falling backwards, you got to honor the present. I saw something that somebody posted yesterday, and they said, sometimes you don't need to worry about the past or the future. You need to just kind of honor the present. But with looking at the rest of the spread of what is coming up, we do need to be mindful of the past, because we are trying to move past a lot of things karmically. That's, this week is a lot about moving past karma, especially what the fuck was going on in your life last year at this time. I know what the fuck was going on in my life last year at this time. And so therefore, whatever was going on in your life at this time last year, if you're realizing that things are coming up again that are dampening your enthusiasm or are also slowing down your parade, take a moment and honor the present, because you can get scared. You can get scared of the things that have altered your plans in the past. You can get scared about how you're even going to move forward now into the future. And so you just got to look at the present moment and what you could control in this time, because a lot of you have allowed your fire to burn down. This drum, man. Look at that fucking drum. He's like beating it full speed ahead. It's like fire, you know, the fire's spreading and it's just up, right? But right next to that card, Petra Unsi, the fiery feminine woman, right? That's got a hold on what she wants and she's just going for it. Look at those two cards together, especially in regards to that first card. Why is your fire low right now? And why is it that maybe your enthusiasm about what you're creating going down? Is it because you're not sure of the details, the finer details that maybe haven't fallen into place for you to just momentum forward? That's the thing. If you don't have all the details right now, then it is better to just allow your fire, turn the fire down on low, and just let your shit simmer so that you can just keep up a good pace. A lot of times, y'all, right? A lot of times we want to just take that fucking leap forward. We just want to go fucking charging ahead, right? But look, fire uncontrolled is destructive. Fire uncontrolled is destructive. Look at my fucking chain, yo. What the fuck? Fire uncontrolled is destructive. We've seen what happens with wildfires. Look at California, what goes on there. You know, arson. One little thing uncontrolled just destroys everything. So what I feel to tell you is that although you have all this enthusiasm, all this passion, all this fire, that maybe you've been going, you know, ahead, or you've been like in your heart knowing like, man, this is what I'm creating, this is what I want. Maybe there's a reason why you need to take a moment right now and be fucking still, right? Be fucking still and turn the fire on low. Because a lot of times, right, A lot of times we want to cook something fast. We want to create the dish fast. We want to create everything fast. And then you turn the fucking stove up way too high. And then you burn your shit and you destroy it. So right now, that's the thing, right? Be still and let your shit simmer. Because right now, according to your plans going forward, you do kind of got to look at your past. Because the Six of Cups reverse is this cycle, right? Look at this woman. She's there. She's got all this coolness she could bask in, but she is fucking burning herself with that little fucking bit of sun up there. She got flames in her hand. She's just like, oh, I have coolness, but I'm going to burn myself. And right now, there is a warning to you to not get caught up in the cycles, especially nostalgic cycles of the past that you got coming up again, that you don't want to burn yourself in. Because you got so much coolness that can work for you, but don't let that fire that you got burn you. Okay? Turn the stove down low. Turn the burner down low and let that shit slow cook. Let your shit slow cook right now. Because it's better that you come out moist and succulent and tasting good and you ain't got burnt shit all these because you fucking was just in a rush to get your shit how you thought you wanted it and now it's fucked. Fucked. Okay? And for me, that speaks so highly of the last card that comes out, the Kuche card, which, you know, I will say the traditional one of this is the Hermit card. These people are initiates that are sitting in this womb-like room, and they are awaiting rebirth, and they've got the chickens at the end of their beds, okay? And in voodoo, Santeria, all these things, when a chicken usually comes, honey, it means a sacrifice has happened. So they're sitting there, lying there, awaiting this rebirth after, you know, making a sacrifice to come into their blessings. What this is telling me that some of y'all just gotta be patient, allow the blessings to manifest. Okay, in Santeria and voodoo and all of these things that we do, on average, you do the work, right? You gotta give it some time. It's usually about, you wanna give it 3 months before it really manifests, right? But look at that, 3 months. 3 months is what, realistically, in life, a fucking season. There are 4 seasons in a year averaging about 3 months each, right? So right now, although things aren't like moving, booming, fire, full speed ahead for you, if you've made the sacrifices, allow the blessings to manifest. Meaning, put your slow cooker on or put the fire down low and just take a breath and be patient. There's a lot of shit in the air and you don't want to miss on fine details that are coming forth to you now to make sure that you come into a new transition, to a new cycle that you need not repeat again, right? All the old shit, you don't want to repeat it again. Because think about this, right? I need you to understand this. This is what I need you to understand. Microwave. I don't know if you know this, but why people often tell you not to put your food in the microwave is because it kills the molecular structure of the food. Food is consisted of molecules, okay? And so therefore, you put your shit in the microwave to cook it faster, nuke it, right? You trying to nuke it. You destroy the structure of the food and you destroy the nutrients. So right now, many of y'all, although you have ideas of plans and things and shit that you create and you want it to just come, don't microwave your blessings. Don't try to microwave to your success because you're going to destroy the nutrients of the blessings that you're trying to come into because the details matter. You're going to destroy the molecular structure of your blessing. There's a reason why things are going slow right now. There's a reason why it's like, oh my God. Because think about it. Like I said, metamorphosis, when you think about the butterfly and the caterpillar that goes into the cocoon to become the butterfly, there's fine details of that creative birth and process that has to happen. All the things that have to be transformed. The metamorphosis, right? To become a higher individual. So think about all the things that are happening to you right now that are trying to make you into a better individual. But this is the thing, right? I'm starting to touch my ears out. A lot of y'all don't want to hear that shit. I know that y'all sitting there don't want to hear that shit. A lot of people don't realize, right? Because listen, when you're still, you can hear better. You can see better. All of your senses get increased if you just sit and be still, because when you're going through the motions and you're just ripping and running and you're moving, you miss out on things. And so that's why it's really important to be present right now. It's really important to be open. Eyes open, ears open, fucking nose open. Just use your senses, okay? Use your senses. So now ask yourself, damn, what is it that I really need to slow down and honor at this time? Because think about this too, right? Even when you're cooking something, when it's on that slow cook, right? Especially think about Thanksgiving. A lot of things you cook on Thanksgiving require you like slow cook, or Christmas dinner, whatever. A nice big fucking dinner, right? Slow cooking. It's like the senses of all the food and all the smells, and it starts to fill up the house, and you're just like, you know, and you start to feel the experience, and you're looking forward, and then finally it's all coming to your enjoyment. When you just turn all your shit up on high and try to rush it, you gonna smell shit burning, and then your house gonna fucking burn down, and you don't want that shit at all. You don't want that, okay? What you want to do is honor this process that this blood moon, lunar eclipse, full moon in Aquarius is trying to make you honor right now, and Mercury retrograde. Because these next 3 weeks coming up, you want to honor the slow cook of it. Remember, communication is going to be Ari. So take your time and fucking respond to people. If you got to put a motherfucker on pause and not respond to their text for like 3 days, do that shit if that's what you need. Because you don't want to respond hastily and burn shit up. You don't want to destroy things. Some of y'all might. Some of y'all will have people that are going to be popping up, okay, from your past. And even if they are from your past and you don't want to fuck with them no more. Remember, this is more about you than it is about them. This is about what you've learned, what you've experienced, and what you're honoring now. You don't want to burn yourself again and get reintroduced to karma that you need to overcome. So if you don't need to respond, don't respond. But if you do, take your time. Allow things to marinate and to simmer and to saute, and then you be like, you know what? What have I learned? And I'm a better person now, or I want to be a better person now going forward to create better circumstances for myself. So how do I respond to this? How do I respond? You know, how am I going to, you know, regulate this situation? You don't want to react. Okay? You don't want to react. You want to regulate. Keep your fire low, controlled, and so that you can allow the impurities that you're moving past to be removed. Because remember, a lot of times when things go through the fire, they get purified. They get whatever, right? But they can also get destroyed. Remember, like I said, they can also get destroyed. So right now, you can either get purified or you can get fucked. That's what I'm hearing. You get purified or you get fucked. Okay? You get distilled. You know? A lot of y'all, especially with your feelings, right? Think about feelings, emotions, water. Boil the water to remove the impurities out of it, right? Just on a slow boil. But if you boil that shit too high, that shit is gonna fucking evaporate and you'll be left just... Alright? So, let's go ahead and pull a complimentary card from this goddess deck to see what comes up. Hummingbird just flew by. So y'all gotta look up the hummingbird spiritual meaning, because I don't remember it off the top of the head. But I think with the hummingbird, right? The hummingbird, although their wings are moving fast, right? Their wings are moving fast, it still almost appears like a slow motion, right? So right now, although you might be like, it's still a momentum. And remember, as fast as hummingbirds move, they still gotta slow down to get the sweetness of the nectar of the flower. So they can zip, 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 but they still gotta slow down to taste the sweetness. So as fast as you zipping and zagging right now in your life, you gotta slow down to get to the sweetness. Okay? So let us pull this card. Oh, I'm hot. Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I don't have the book outside here with me, y'all, so I don't really care to go to the book, but I need you to recognize this. Look at them butterfly wings that she got. Okay? She's outside. Look at her. This is what I'm picking up for this card, okay? Right now, a lot of us have these things that we're going through, right? A lot to do with our inner child. A lot of the cycles that we go through in life have a lot to do with our unhealed inner child. And I'm getting that right now you got to guide your inner child and counsel it, help it, heal it. Use your skills to move past some of the things that up until this point that you just were like, you know what? I didn't realize that about myself. And I'm coming into this higher, more mature version of myself. Because for me, when I'm looking at this card right now, this almost looks like her hugging herself to me. And so right now, you want to honor what you are morphing into. Because remember, meta, when you look up meta and morph, meta is a higher, more advanced version. And so right now, you want to honor the higher, more advanced version of yourself that you're coming into. Don't be fucking childish in the next couple of weeks, okay? Anything, if you, like, just don't be fucking childish. And my fucking computer's on 88%, 88, number of Obatala, okay? Obatala, in Santeria. Be wise, be mature, be calm, cool-headed. Don't be childish. The more you are childish, the more you stay immature and not progressing. You're going to stay in a regress state. It is okay to have innocence. It's okay to have innocence in your life and be free and be light, right? Because that butterfly is free and light. But don't be fucking childish. Those things are the things that are holding you back, and you don't want to be held back no more, right? I mean, when we was in school, was it cool? Was it ever cool to be held back in school? Was it ever cool to be held back in school? It was not. Your friends looked at you crazy, like, how come you being held back? So right now, don't be mad in the next couple months if you see everybody moving forward and you still back. Ask yourself why. Even now, if you see people moving forward and you getting held back, it might not be your time yet. It might not be your season, but you play a part in that. And if you are being childish, you're being immature, if you're being many things that aren't conducive to your growth, you're going to get held back. And there's a great song by Rick Ross. He can't hold me back. No, people can't hold you back. You hold yourself back. So don't hold yourself back, all right? All right, let's do a quick meditation. Let's kind of put our hands like down on the roots and the solar plexus and all that. Security. Spirit, we call you in on behalf of the collective, and we ask today that you give us security and faith and remove our anxiety that we have to move super fast. We have to move with our fire high in order to get to the things that we desire and the things that we are creating. A lot of times we focus in instant gratification and greed and overzealousness and all of these things, and a lot of times we miss out on the fine details and the fine things that matter, and we actually destroy the molecular structure of the transformations and the metamorphoses that we're coming into, and so that we have more nutrients and resources in our lives to feed from, and so that we can become the people that we need to be. We ask in the coming weeks with Mercury retrograde, with these transformations and these shifts that are going on in the universe astrologically, that you give us patience, that you grant us serenity, that you grant us fucking peace to just learn how to turn the burner down low, to turn the fire down low and let things slow simmer, slow cook, so that we have more to eat from, that we have more to nourish us, more to enjoy going forward in what we've been cooking and creating up until this point. We ask that we don't hold ourselves back. We ask that we no longer repeat cycles that are no longer healthy for us, especially the ones that we might have been in at this time last year. With all of this in mind, we ask that you grant us this, and that we continue to move forward, and that we continue to ascend for our purpose and for our mission to be of servitude, firstly to ourselves and secondly to others. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it brings you something that you need and you desire. Like I said, my name is The Trap Witch. I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia, and if you ever want to do a personal one-on-one session with me, you can feel free to inquire about my availability for that. But I can facilitate readings anywhere in the world via FaceTime, Skype, Facebook Messenger, or WhatsApp. And so it doesn't matter if you're in Australia, in El Salvador, in Sweden, anywhere, because those are places I have like so many clients all over the world, and I love that my messages can reach people all over the world, and know that, you know, we don't have to be alone in the healing process, in the healing journey. A lot of my sessions are very hands-on, like therapeutic homegirl healing. Like, even if you're a dude, you can get homegirl healing, because I want people to know that, you know, I'm no better than anyone else. We're all going through this together, and I'm just someone that allows you to have space to heal and to help you move through the problems you might be having. So it's very much counseling, mentorship, therapeutic, but also with intuitive, divine guidance, thanks to my guides that I love so much. So if you want to book with me, www.thetrapwitch.com. All information is on there. Or if you have any secondary questions, feel free to email me at thetrapwitch@gmail.com. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and I ask that you just take your time and you honor the process, okay? Love.